Okay, so I'm not entirely sure if this is going to work, but I hope it does, because when I'm driving, I drive a lot of the time. All of my time is spent driving. So as a result, I spend basically all of my time thinking to myself, and I think it's worth documenting it. So I hope this is of interest, and I hope this is actually usable. One thing I am cautious of is that the tripod, or the grip for my phone, we're in Norfolk, so the roads are anything but flat. So I kind of need to dodge the potholes and dodge the dips, so then this doesn't end up just doing that the whole journey. But I'm hoping the gyro in the phone will actually work, so fingers crossed. I thought I'd do a video today because, well, I've set myself a time limit, because we've got the time it takes for me to get to from my house to Waitrose, so like 23 and a bit minutes-ish. We'll find out in a minute. That's just a guess. So I wanted to talk about a few things, and I do this trip so often, so I kind of know how long I'm able to, or how long I have to myself to kind of collect my thoughts about life. And life for me since moving has been interesting, I think is the weirdest way to put it. I know the person who has tried their best to destroy my life would want me to say, it's been crap, but it hasn't, because it's given me something to do to kind of fight for quite a lot of wrongdoing, not on my part, and then it's also kind of popped out, because I knew a lot of people when I moved to Norfolk, and the person who has kind of decided they kind of want to disrupt my life was the person I knew the best. It was my closest friend, and as a result of that, and when he turned on me and kind of decided, you know what, I don't want to be friends with you anymore, and you know, that's fine. But after that, the things he did since then have been totally out of order and have caused a lot of problems, not just for me, but for a lot of people around me. And a lot of people I knew but wouldn't consider as friends came forward and actually, one, stood up for me, and two, have actually supported me. And a lot of people who were neutral in the situation have said, we're not neutral anymore, let's put it that way. So I have this absolutely fantastic group of friends, and I'm so fortunate to have them, and they're the nicest people ever, and they have helped me so much, and it's shown me who my real friends are. Like, someone asked me, where was I? It was on Wednesday, I think it was. They said, you've lost a friend. And I was like, yeah, I've lost one friend, but I've gained 6 incredibly close ones. So I can't possibly take a negative from any of this. But anyway, as a result of what has been going on, and what other people have done as a result of it, I've been very unwell. And at the moment, I'm currently being tested and investigated by the doctors in Norwich Hospital for an eating disorder, which is just one other of the many different things I've had as a result of what's been going on. So what it is with me is that some of the medication I'm on for something else makes me, I don't know how to describe it. It doesn't make me feel full. It makes me feel incredibly hungry, but it like bloats me, but makes me put on weight when I haven't eaten anything. So I need to get fuel. So for a while, and this is kind of what kicked into this eating problem, problem, is that for a while, because I was putting on so much weight but not eating anything, I just didn't eat, because otherwise I'd be fat. So then I went through like a couple of weeks of not eating anything other than a bunch of bananas throughout the entire of the week and a half. And I got incredibly unwell and was in bed for a very long time. So now I've kind of started eating, but when I started eating again, I started being sick if I ate anything, whether that be an apple or a packet of crisps or a piece of mango, anything I'd eat, I was sick. So then there are certain foods now I can eat and it makes me feel very unwell, but I'm not sick. So I can eat carrots and like cereals which have lots of fibre in. So like shreddies, which are like the most bland thing ever. And I can't have any milk because I'm lactose intolerant. So it has been a bit of a challenge to find, and spring onions, of all things. And I never used to like carrots either, so that's a bit strange. But, so I'm going to the shop to try and get some certain things which I can eat, and also a couple of new things to do, because each time I go to the shop, I buy a couple of new things to see if I can eat them. But when I didn't eat, I lost something like 3 stone in about a week and a half, which was a very rapid weight loss, and I ended up in the doctor's surgery for it, because before I used to drink nothing other than Coca-Cola, which wasn't very good for my health. And then when this eating stuff started, I couldn't keep it down, so I kind of had to have water and squash, but incredibly weak squash. And because I wasn't drinking Coca-Cola and I was only drinking basically water, I had no sugar in the body, and the Coca-Cola kept like maintained my weight. And when I wasn't eating much, the fattening stuff, which kind of I put on weight because of the Coca-Cola, when I stopped drinking that, my weight just dropped off really quickly. And it was good because I was trying to lose weight anyway, but I lost it so quickly it made me unwell, and I was being sick, and I was hot and cold, and I couldn't maintain my body temperature. It was all going wrong, so I ended up going to the doctors, and they started the process of testing me for an eating disorder. So that's where we stand with that. Anyway, I'm basically halfway to the shop already. I haven't actually talked about the topic I wanted to, so this might have to be a second episode. But yeah, so I've been kind of producing meals which I can eat, but they're the tiniest meals. But the thing is, and this is what's really, really annoying me, for a couple of weeks I counted every single calorie I put into my body. So whether that be through a nut bar or an apple or some broccoli or whatever, I weighed out every single thing I put into my body, weighed it and counted the calories. So, and I thought to myself, if I drink this amount of water and put this much food into my body, that's how much weight I'll put on. It's quite logical. So I did that. So I tried to test it. I think I did something like 500 grams of frozen vegetables, I think it was, and water. And from eating that, and then I had my medication, and then from eating that, I put on nearly 2 stone. Which is, I put on more weight than I actually put into my body. So somehow something was being produced inside my body which put on weight, and that's what kind of annoyed me, because I was trying very hard to lose weight, and if I didn't eat anything, I'd still put on weight. So that's the result of an eating disorder and medication which I'm on, or possible eating disorder So, today's quest, I'm going to try and find some soya milk, Weetabix, because that's like fibre, so I'll be able to keep that down. And maybe some soup. I don't know. I don't entirely know what I'm going to try and eat, actually. But there's nothing in my fridge. I'm just trying to think what is in my fridge. Because I cleared it all out this morning because I've been in Sussex for 6 days. And all of the stuff in my fridge went off. Oh, yogurt. That might be something to try. I've tried eating bread. Doesn't really work. So I'm not entirely sure what on earth I'm going to eat. We'll have to find out, won't we? Ambulance. Car. Ambulance car. Oh, first responder. I should have known that. But, there we go. Anyway, I said when we left, the journey would be 23 minutes. I was really wrong. I was 10 minutes out. But a bit out. 15, 12 minutes. That isn't bad. I thought it would be like a lot further. It's not in the town I live in. So I thought it would actually take a lot less time, or a lot more time. There we go. Right. The Waitrose car park, the home of Range Rovers. BMW. Another Mini. Shall I park next to the other Mini? We can be Mini friends. No. Yes, I'm gonna cheat. Try not to run that person over. I'm going to cheat by going into this space. Don't tell me you're going to want to come through here, you're not good. Right. I'm going to go into this space and then go through the line to this space. Now that person can go behind me. There we go. So now I don't have to reverse out. I've just driven through 2 bays. Right. I'm at the shop. I will go in, get my shopping, and then there'll be an episode 2 at some point on the way back where we actually talk about what I wanted to talk about. Because it's quite an interesting topic. It's made me think. See you in a bit.